Here's how to do a complete LED upgrade in your 11th gen Honda Civic hatchback. We're gonna be doing these turn lights right here, the reverse lights up there, and the trunk light right here. Honda cheaped out and didn't make these three things LED, so in this video I'll be showing you guys how to do exactly that. Obviously you're gonna need your LED bulbs themselves. I have this drill right here. You just need a standard Phillips head screwdriver and then a pry tool of some sort. I just recommend it. You don't actually need it. I'm using this LED upgrade kit from Last Fit. They're actually meant for 11th gen Civics. They're fairly priced on Amazon, but if you buy on their website and you use code CHALLINGS at checkout, you get 15% off, which is a crazy deal and of course helps me out a little bit. Like I said, we're gonna start things off with an LED upgrade in the trunk right here. All you're gonna do is get your plastic pry tool, get it wedged in right here and just pop it out. Obviously the ball is all yellow and dim, and here's the new one that we're gonna be putting in. You're just gonna simply pop this one out and put this one back in. I do recommend that if it doesn't work whenever you plug it in, just go ahead and try flipping the orientation of the bulb. It might just be the way that you plugged it in. Look at that. Boom. It's not even nighttime and you can see how much brighter it is just from me plugging that in. And here I am, I'm just gonna pop this piece back in. Boom. And here we are. Now we have a full LED upgrade in our trunk. At the end of the video, I'll have a comparison of what these LED upgrades look like at night. Next up on our LED upgrade is going to be the turn signal right here. Instead of the slow dim and glow that Honda has stock, we're going to make it a nice flashing bright. That isn't too blinding for anybody else, but just makes it a nice consistent with the front LED bulbs up front. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get a plastic pry tool and pry this piece off right here. Wedge it in somewhere on the outside and just start prying around until this plastic piece comes off. There we go. You can see there's the piece right here. Didn't break any clips or anything. Very simple to get off. Here's what it looks like behind that plastic piece. We have two Phillips head screws that we're gonna go ahead and unscrew right now. Once you have those two unscrewed, it should be relatively easy to just kind of pull on here, and you can see that it's loose. And there's gonna be two clips right here that you're just gonna try getting out yourself. Whether or not you use the plastic pry tool is up to you. I think you could just do it by hand. There we are. And now I have the actual housing all loose. And there's the two clips that I was talking about right there. So right here's our bulb that we're actually trying to get out. All you're gonna do is twist it to the left and pull out, and then boom, you'll see our bulb exposed. All I did was twist it to the left, and now I can actually pull the bulb out. Here's our old little trash bulb that Honda put in the back. And here's the new one that we're gonna be swapping in its place. The old one next to the new one. And all I'm gonna do is pop this one back in just like the trunk light. Now that I have it in, I'm gonna go ahead and test the blinker itself. As you can see, my blinker's working nice and bright during the day. All that's left is to reassemble everything in here. So just make sure the bulb was put in nice and tight. You're gonna put in the bulb back in its place and then turn to the right to lock it in place. Reassembly from there is pretty straightforward. You're just gonna line up the clips once again. And once we have that popped back in place, we're gonna go ahead and screw the actual taillight back in place. So with the trunk light done and now our LED turn signal, all that's left is our reverse brake light. In order to get where the brake light is, we're gonna have to undo these clips right here, and you can see that there's two screws, one on this side, and then same thing on this side. This is for Civic hatchback owners. And then same thing on the other side. There's also gonna be two screws on the underside right here. Boom, one right there. Same thing right here on this side of the trunk. Now that we have these two screws undone, all we're gonna do is get our plastic pry tool and get behind the actual plastic piece that you see all around here. It's one giant piece. It's pretty easy to get off. There's just a bunch of clips, so be careful. Again, all I'm doing is getting my plastic pry piece and carefully making my way around, prying everything. Wow, that kind of flew out. Here's what the underside of everything looks like. You can see our bulb is gonna be right here. You're gonna do the same thing as you did with the turn signal. You're gonna turn it to the left, pull out, and there's our bulb. Here's our old bulb, and here's the new LED one. Go ahead and just plug it in the same way. If it doesn't work the first time you plug it in, flip it over and try again. There we go, that's nice and tight in there. I currently have the car in reverse, and as you can see, look at that nice and bright light. It's clearly so bright, you can just tell even during the daytime. So all I'm gonna do is do the reverse of everything. I'm gonna put this guy back in here. Once it's back in, just turn it to the right. As you can see, I have the bulb back in place. Obviously, you would pop all the panels back on to make sure all those different clips are back in place. But for the sake of the video, I'm not doing that just yet, so I can show you guys a comparison of what the left side, which is all LED, versus the right side, which is still the old bulbs looks like. Here I am in a dark parking garage. Just from being in reverse with the hazards on, look at the difference between the two blinkers. And outside of the car, you can see the left blinker is much brighter, defined, and is now much more responsive than the slow dimming brightness of the right side. And for the reverse lights, the left side is much brighter and closer to a true white temperature versus the right. I went ahead and messed with the exposure of my camera a little bit so you can see the difference a little better. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. This mod is a simple yet effective quality of life improvement on this car, especially in the trunk. The LED kit I used is linked down below in the description. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe or like if you enjoyed, and leave any questions you may have in the comments. Have a good one.